Scorpios, what's up, y'all? So, I want to thank y'all first for tuning in to my channel, the way that you've been. It's not like, a lot of y'all been here, but to those who've been here and the new people, I appreciate y'all. The viewership has been up with this particular sign, so I'm doing a bonus reading for y'all. We go right into a in-depth reading. I want to get a good shuffle in. We're going to go in-depth, and that's going to be the topic, you know what I mean? That's the intent of this reading. I'm already feeling like something that has to deal with travel. Because it's a Scorpio, though, I mean, this can be all types of travel that you can fathom. You know what I mean? So this might be astral travel. This might be actual long distance travel, short distance travel. This can be travel by way of the internet, The internet is a form of travel, People don't state it that way, but when you think about it, it is. Like, you can communicate with someone all the way in another part of the world and actually get things done. I've actually done projects with people who have been mobile, like video projects and photography projects and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? All while being mobile and shit. Like, so, sometimes we give ourselves excuses about, the way things should be done because of how they've always been done for so long. I got to take these apart. I got them all like rubber band up and all that after my retwist. But, sometimes we give ourselves excuses of why we have to really spend on something. I think because of the status quo, if you ask my opinion on it anyway. While others are capitalizing off of the fact that they can do remote work and stuff like that, So, I guess it was whatever floats each other's boats, but I got something that deals with travel or publication in a way that reaches another, either a state far away, whether you're in provinces and stuff like that, or countries far away. And in a way that is promoting a particular way of life, or perhaps the occult. Scorpio rules over the occult. You know what I mean? What else am I feeling? I'm feeling that it's kind of secretive, so you may be communicating in secret. You might even have your, what do they call that, private mode, secret mode, or I forget what they call it, but you know what I'm saying, right? The messages disappear after you send them and shit. I don't know exactly what y'all doing and shit, you know what I'm saying? But, it is what it is. I'm not faulting you for however you choose to go about it. Sometimes when you're discreet about the way you do things, it's the way that it should be done. Who am I to judge? But sometimes that secrecy is needed. So, like the internet and, globalism has this lingering idea like we're not supposed to have privacy anymore. You understand what I'm saying? And if you're a Scorpio, and like me, a Pisces, like, we rule over secrets and privacy, our signs. So it's like, come on, what are you trying to tell? You trying to directly tell us some shit? Yo, come on now. And this goes for if you're a Leo, like, yo, yeah, even you deserve privacy, Leo. Everybody don't gotta know what color your shit is. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck part of the game is that? There's always gonna be a 12th house and an 8th house. Well, ain't it? Y'all know some shit I don't know? But we gonna get into this in-depth reading, y'all. I've probably been dragging this long enough, but I just wanted to open it up. Pause. Y'all are sexual signs. Y'all get it. All right. This is the matter at hand. Be feeling my way around this shit. You know what I'm saying, Scorpio? So look, right? You're realizing the type of relief that comes with freeing yourself from something. And the way that you're freeing yourself is by escaping. I'm getting corners of the mind, escaping in your mind the imposed, the societal things that are imposed into people's lives. Because you understand that's a prison. Y'all have always understood this. And although you're the types that know that there's even power in being in the prisons. But when it comes to finding solutions, it's prison break time. It's prison break time, and everyone's not going to have even the audacity, for starters, but the endurance to be able to break out of a prison. And this is what I meant when I felt about communicating in secret. So let's say this could be merely just having an online community, right? You got a Facebook page. And you post something cryptic, right? You could just be in one of those Aristotle moods or whatever, Plato mood or whatever. You post some cryptic shit, but it's relative to your great escape plan. But y'all are great at mystery, so it's just like very vague, very subtle. And one of your friends who's really not on that type of time that you're on comments like, elaborate, or where at, where you going, WYD, what you doing? And you like, nah. You might do the old zip lip emoji under their comment. And let's say it's one of your friends that chime in that you can see, oh nah, I could escape with them. They're clever enough, they're cunning enough, they're thorough enough to do this. You may hit them in their inbox. You might be like, yo, check your DM. You understand what I'm saying? Because this shit is for real. And moreover, they're going to qualify to be able to obtain this solution that you're looking for. Scorpios, y'all are looking for a solution to an issue that can only come by way of escape. Because freedom is at hand. But it's not escape like people normally think. This is escape of the mind. You have to free yourself from a mental conditioning that is imposed on most people in the world or in your country. So again, you got to seek the qualified to be able to pull this off. And it's going to be for people. You're going to assist people in some type of way, but you're going to be prosperous from it too. So you're going to make money from it. So it can seem like, I'm getting, it doesn't even matter what it's going to seem like, because it's going to be done in such a undetectable way that it's just going to hit when it's supposed to hit. And by the time they try to investigate the shit, it doesn't even fucking matter. Like y'all have already designed the blueprint for freedom, for escaping and freedom. Let's elaborate. I see an 11, so we're dealing with emotions, the mastery of emotions. 11's a master number. We got justice here. I'm getting that this has something to deal with the protection of privacy. I'm getting this has to deal with blockchain. I'm feeling that this has to deal with more freedom on the internet. Not because I've heard, and I don't know how true it is, but I've heard that people online in other places of the world can't see what we see when we go online, where we're at, and make it fit however it goes wherever you reside at, right? And because of that, we're being fed different information, and some of that information can be propaganda. Some of that information can be engineered for us to perceive things in a particular way. And it's going to further divide when we have the world at our fingertips. At a time when we have the world at our fingertips, let's think about that shit, right? Why, when we have the opportunity to be connected on such a large level, that we are receiving information in a type of way that divides us even more? It's a total madhouse to be able to think that type of way. But nonetheless, you are aware of this. You have been for some time now. And you feel like everything that's done on the internet, I'm feeling strong internet vibes. Everything you contribute to the internet, you and your people, and people who are more along the lines of the unknowing, that you're more than likely going to come save. I feel that you're not doing this for yourself. Yeah, you're going to make money from it, and rightfully so. There's some justice that's going to be served because of the action that you're taking here. And this thing, you're going to lead this thing. You're spearheading this. You're at the forefront of it. You're the leader of this, Scorpio. And what it's going to do is it's going to bring the end. You know what, I'm seeing this for real. I've spoken about this on astrology videos before. Like, I'm seeing like you're going to lead the way into Web 3.0, and it's going to be the end of Web 2.0. Now, of course, some people are still going to utilize Web 2.0, but like I said, a lot of people are not hip to this. You're grabbing people who are qualified to get on board, communicate in secret behind the scenes about this, and your inboxes, your DMs are going to be relative to this. Private groups on the internet built around this. Excuse me. Because you feel that the contributions that you're putting on the internet amongst, or should I say with other people, are so valuable, yet they're being taken for granted. They're being looked at as a given, almost, like, because the internet exists and there's this large opportunity for fame and to be recognized for it, that everybody's just going to be contributing to it in a way that doesn't benefit them. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just like these bits and pieces of information being put out here and there. It's just like, it's fuckery. And some of it is, it's like filler. It's like a lot of dead zones on the internet. And you're like, nah, we be contributing some real shit. And not for nothing, the stuff that we do contribute, y'all got these AI things tracking us, our emotions and behaviors, to where you're developing an algorithm that can create a feedback loop to the people who are like unknowingly producing content on the internet to mimic them, to where you come up with a module that was built off of real people. But that model that they build is not going to be for those people. It's like taking the likeness of people and, making songs with their voices, that type of shit going on. And you're like, nope, I got something for y'all asses. And the only way to truly have something for y'all asses in that vein is to do this Web 3.0 shit, to where we're going to be in full control of the way we communicate, what we communicate on, and at the forefront of building new universes that will even resonate as dimensions, to where your time resource, the fourth dimension, is not going to be squandered because you feel you need to make the next hit. You need to make the next popping thing, the next trending thing. So in order to do so, you'll dye your hair 3 colors and record this video while doing a handstand. And don't get me wrong, ain't nothing wrong with that. If you got to do what you got to do to garner attention, do what you got to do. You understand what I'm saying? But my point here is that y'all not just going to keep offering that to, first of all, the people who are in major control, to where there are strong barriers of entry. Furthermore, the people who have AI attached to those platforms, to where they're just going to rob you of your authenticity and your genuineness anyway. You're like, oh, I got something for y'all asses, because there's a such thing called blockchain, to where I'm going to be hip to that, and we know how to still do our paperwork. We will start trademarking everything. We'll start copyrighting everything. And if you do the wrong move, we will take you to court. This is justice. And it's going to shift a whole lot of things, because when you're not pressured into time, to movement based upon time, that means the ailments get eliminated. Anxiety, depression, they get eliminated. Fear, that shit gets eliminated, because now you got time, cuz. Now you got time. What's next? The Queen of Swords in reverse. Because you're behaving in a way that is type secretive. So it's like you only allow people to see what you want them to see. At the same time, the people who have been watching you for some time, they've been studying you. They know that you have this mysterious aura about you. So they're already going to be making up lies about you. It's going to be a lot of slander campaigns going on. And if this doesn't, all right, put it this way, if this doesn't directly get communicated to you, it's going to be made evident by powerful people in powerful positions to do these smear campaigns continuously. You're going to see a lot of outright slander on the internet, they're not even caring about going into court for defamation of character no more, none of that. The adrenaline that comes with obtaining fame through being gossipy on the online is going to override any rational decisions that they can be making, again, relative to the law, where there may be some justice being involved, because they're thinking that the bag is going to override all of that. This is huge internet obsession. That's Aquarius. That's Uranus. I would call it at this point internet abuse, to where one lie or one piece of gossip, true or not, travels so fast across the internet that everybody's going to get their money off of it. This is not the wagon or the path that you got in store, though, Scorpios. But nonetheless, you're going to let these people do whatever it is that they do. You know why? Because it's going to build a stronger argument for the case that you're building, for the thing that you're building. These people are going to outrightly, blatantly make themselves not be trusted because of the personas that they're building online. So everything I'm saying is going to be so evident to the average internet user. See, the word sheep is not going to be able to be loosely thrown around anymore, because we're in Aquarius age now. The Piscean age is done. The veil is lifted. You understand what I'm saying? So there's a lot of sheep and sheep herders here and there during the Piscean age, because the veil was over the people. But in the Aquarius age, Nah, it's about knowledge and truth. It's about knowledge and truth. The great awakening is upon us. So these Queen of Swords in reverse people are going to make it evident that their time is up. They haven't figured it. They haven't done the research. They haven't searched the corners of the mind like you have, Scorpios. And this is what's going to put them in a position. I'm not saying if it's failure or not, but it's going to be an evident position of who they are, what they do, what they're about, and why they're doing it. They can't operate under a veil either, because it's the age of knowledge and truth. But you're Scorpios, and this is what is going to rattle their bones, because you're always going to find a way to be secretive and remain secretive and have some type of privacy in your life. You won't have it no other way. And blockchain is a part of that, being able to operate online in a vast way, communicating to your people what you want to communicate to them, and vice versa, without being subject to everybody having access to you and being able to tap into that shit. No hackers are going to be able to steal your information and sell it to this one and sell it to that one and go buy a house with your information and all that shit. No. An end is coming to all of that. Let's see what else we got here. Eight of Wands. You're not waiting. This is not something that you're going to be slow about doing, because you know you can do it. This is another abundance card. We got two abundance cards out here. So you feel like you can't fail. You feel like you can't lose here. Let me do some more numerology. The new thing you're starting, Web 3.0, heavily associated with the internet. Is going to put an end to depression or depressive bouts online. So you know how there's stories about people who are online, or they get very depressed. So there's this thing going around that the more people are online and can communicate, the more lonely they feel. That's not what you're working on. That's not going to be the case. People are going to feel more connected now. People are going to see their hard work paying off. They're not going to be paid 0.000001 off of some content. So it's going to encourage them to become more energetic and enthusiastic. They're going to become connected to the people that they have direct relationships with, because they're going to be worth something. It's going to be abundant. It's going to make them abundant. So now you're not just saying stuff to random people, or even people who consider themselves to be friends, on a free network. That's a large portion of why these people feel disconnected, is because they're not benefiting from their communication on a free device, on free platforms. It's like, where's the money? And y'all telling me y'all are tracking everything I do? And y'all are preparing to make money off of that? Making money. They're actually in the process of making money because of that. And it's really because they have the knowledge to do so. I'm not downing people who are knowledgeable and experts in their fields. They're doing what they're supposed to do. But at the same time, they've got it in a chokehold to where, why isn't Web 3.0 exploding right now? I mean, we could look at the astrological piece of it and see why. Okay, Uranus is in Taurus. I get it. Sporadic moves, dealing with the internet. It's not stable yet. But you're a fixed sign, Scorpio, so you're going to be able to remain stable in a determination on that path to make this come into fruition. And Uranus is not going to be in Taurus forever. And when it comes out of Taurus, oh baby, it's going to be a lot of abundance. So this is kind of like the groundwork. This is the Underground Railroad of the internet era. Well put. I'm cooking right now. And you know you can do this. So it's going to be speed, progress, movement, action, rushing this even. It's going to be exciting times for you, Scorpio. Because like I said, they can't fuck with you. You unfuckwittable. Like, your determination is unmatched and freedom is at hand. So it's not like you're doing something illegal. It's not like you're doing something that is hurting people. This is communication fired up to do something that is much more beneficial and will allow people to take weeks at a time off. That's how much abundance is going to come from this activity. Freedom is at hand. Let's keep going. Two of Wands. We got more fire. This is getting deep. Let me go back into numerology to make sure I say this accurately. When this hits home to the masses, it's going to be evident that you brought an end to something relative to what I was talking about, whether it's Web 2.0 altogether or just people abusing others on the internet, and there being such a dichotomy with the abundance that what's going to happen is there's going to be a new relationship dynamic at hand. And remember I said it got something to do with travel in the beginning before I even drew any cards, right? This may come with the option to conquer other lands. And I'm using the word conquer because, oh yeah, I'm cooking now. What are they called? DAOs? It's a 3-letter acronym. Forgive me for not remembering exactly what it is, but it's a Web 3.0 community that you can build right now to where they got voting processes and all of that. People that can be elected, and you know, the finances are tracked through blockchain to make sure that nobody can like renege or pump fake money into it to like build up the stock to just later take it out from under people's feet and run off with the bag. There's these types of communities that people can build now to where they can even pool their resources to do land grabs. Same way that real estate works, but it's done in a more effective and non-corruptible way. So this will open up the opportunity to take your idea, your business, your creation, and implement it in other lands apart from yours. So you might begin it stationed where you are, or you might have a flagship area where this begins, and then you get your sights set on going to implement an extension or another branch of that somewhere else in the world. And at this point right now, it's a maybe. I think the maybe comes from the uncertainty of how the world is going to respond to this sudden shift, dealing with the internet and Web 3.0 and being able to redistribute finance in a way that is unprecedented. It can cause some real shock in the economy to where you may not be too sure of what the US dollar is going to look like, what that currency is going to look like, what BRICS is going to look like, right? Because they got all of this momentum built behind these new ideas, and it's like nobody's even, when's the last time you heard about a central backed currency, digital one, right? Or just decentralized currency. You don't hear those talks anymore because it's like people in the finance world know that the jig is up, but they don't. It's very unpredictable and in the air now, Aquarius age. So they can't be none the wiser of who's going to be the victors in this whole financial upheaval, because there's not enough. If you ask me, there's not enough experts in this field yet. It's like I said, why isn't Web 3.0 exploding right now? This is like when they first found gold in what, 1949 or whatever the fuck, in San Francisco, wherever it was. This is like that on the internet. I mean, it really was like that a couple of years ago, but like I said, things happened. Uranus and Taurus, shit is all over the place. People took advantage that fast and started duping people for their money with these fake ass coins and shit. So we had to get through that phase of it. But now we're back at this phase to where, okay, it might have died down, but it ain't die out. It ain't over, motherfuckers. And so there's going to be this choice to make, to where you might pump the brakes at a point in time to really, before expanding, should I say, before making that move. And when you make that move, it's going to have to come with associating yourself with people who have like minds. Because this is an Aries card, Mars ruled, it could be strongly dealing with your leadership prowess. So that might not rub people the right way. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you doing exactly what the conquistadors did, or what Romans did, or etc., etc. It's no different. You're just coming via way of technology to make it look like it's supposed to be better or cleaner, because you're a technocrat now. But it's like you're in a stance like, yeah, that's my point exactly. I don't have to come pushing war on y'all because this is Mars and Aries. I could just be merely pushing entrepreneurship on y'all and saying, look, it's like, you don't even have to get down with me, but I'm going to need that area over there, that land over there that y'all ain't been using for years. Don't start acting funny and crazy now that you know that we're about to purchase those acres over there. Because if you ain't coming in this type of way, this whole technocratic type of way, you're going to be like a dinosaur. It's primitive. What you going to do, throw rocks at us? We not coming with things that can be broken by rocks. We might be coming with bunkers and all kinds of force fields and missile silos and all kind of shit. Don't look. This ain't no bullshit that I'm talking about, Scorpios. This is real shit. This is the future we talking about. This is probably as public as it's going to get until, you know what I'm saying, I feel involved. I got Scorpio in my chart. I'll say this. I feel like I don't need to draw a card that recommends some advice, but I don't want to get that cocky because all of these cards are looking so well and powerful for y'all Scorpios. So I am going to draw a card that asks advice recommended for this. The Page of Pentacles. Good news. It's good news. Like, this is a great reading, yo. So when I said that, yo, y'all are feeling unstoppable, I meant that shit. This is a new job for you, Scorpio. And you will implement this creation on Earth. It'll be a solid new beginning. And I've always said that it was going to make money. There's 2 abundance cards up here. It's going to make money. The Pentacle is here. So although the money card came in the Sword, which is the money on the mind, and the money card came in the Wand, which is the energy and the action to back that, right? Mind over matter, or, you know, faith without works is dead type shit. No, we got faith and we got works. Now we're saying, now this is going to be a success on planet Earth. We're going to make that earthbound. you're gonna need students to do this as well. So use discretion again when you're communicating in secret in the DMs and these groups and stuff like that. When you're recruiting people, recruit people who are qualified. And I mean that not in a way that says, oh, people who don't have the education can't come or be involved with what it is that you're building, but it's going to take people who are capable to build it. Then the others can come along, you understand? You need reliable people who are polished and experienced in these areas so that you can get it done. All right, I'm going to leave it there.